The proposed national budget for 2015 may have been approved on final reading by the lower house, but for the House minority and independent bloc, the fight over the budget errata issue is not over. Freddie Abando tells us more.
The House approval of the proposed 2015 national budget of 2.606 trillion pesos to include amendments submitted in an errata by the DBM is still under challenge by the independent bloc and the minority, since the amendments of 4.7 billion pesos allocated to several departments has not been discussed openly in plenary. Budget Secretary Florencio Abad said the budget to be transmitted to the Senate for its consideration will ensure its signing by the President before the end of the year.
We are grateful to Congress, especially the House, because as the past 4 years, they have been very cooperative, even if they have been critical at some points. But at the end of the day, they recognize and appreciate the fact that we want the budget approved as soon as possible so that we can begin execution early.
Abad said next year's outlay provides more investments in social protection programs and social services in line with the President's commitment of inclusive growth. It's a long list to guarantee that the momentum to reduce poverty incidence will be sustained until the end of the President's term in 2016. The target is 16%.
There's been so much talk about hunger and poverty, but if you look at the numbers, there is now a significant, and all these programs are beginning to take effect, and their impact subsequently will be more. They'll build on what is gained, so that the reductions will grow as we go along. And as I said, if the trend continues, by the time we end on June 30, 2016, poverty should be down below 16%.
Three of the key programs are the Conditional Cash Transfer Program for 5 million families, Universal Health Care for 15 million families, and Job Generation and Livelihood Programs for the poor. Abad stressed substantial economic growth has expanded its benefits nationwide. The budget also provides for more funds allocated for infrastructure development. The target is 5% of GDP by 2016.
We're really speaking of the government's expenditures, including our counterparts in PPP programs. We are not yet including the investments of the private sector in the PPP program, which is much greater than the government counterpart. So that 5% is conservative, because if you put in, like we have been able to roll out 10 PPPs, and 8 have been bidded out, 2 are under construction, and we are preparing to roll out 10 more. So there will be huge additions to government expenditure on infrastructure.
In the meantime, Secretary Abad said the definition of savings in the proposed budget complies with the Supreme Court decision declaring the disbursement acceleration program unconstitutional. The minority argued against the approval of the definition, which allows the executive to declare savings before the end of a calendar year. For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.